Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I am your GM for today, the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. We're going to be jumping right back on into our One Piece tabletop role-playing game after the Azure Calm. I am 99% certain this is session 30. I could be wrong. I'm going to check later, but for now, we're going to work with that. I will give a brief recap of events after other people have introduced themselves. Nick, who is the one with the darkness.
Yeah, I'm very dark today. I'm sorry.
Batman.
It's dark outside and I don't feel like turning on my light, so I'm dark today. Hi, I'm Nick, also known as Strider Winters everywhere on the internet. I play Captain Mercurius Thorak, and I haven't seen you guys in like a fucking month.
Work
Good
like
lord.
that. Work
Oh,
like that.
I still have to finish beating up a dogfish. While these guys, apparently, I learned that they blew up, or one of them did.
We'll find out. That's what the recap.
So that's gonna be fun. So I have to finish my fight and
Why does
save
it smell like
my
burnt skunk?
save my friend in like 2-3 turns before he dies. Because I'm technically still in the past by like 10 seconds, so I'm gonna punch his bell, and then I'm gonna feel some kind of explosion.
Yeah, I
And
think
that's
I was
gonna
the
be
only
great.
one who came out of my fight without getting hurt.
Who?
I've been hurt, but not very much. The
No,
bell's missed a lot.
what's her face? Literally never got a chance to attack me.
Okay, so then me and Raid came out of this perfectly fine.
Rin's too good. Rin's also a Logia, so that's kind of cheating.
No, I'm not.
Wrong person.
Oh, right, he's not.
This was our Paramecia?
But he's still got
Parametheus
some.
are
I mean, no. Right now, you're technically a Logia because you're fucking hopped up on caffeine.
no, I'm still tangible.
You could make yourself not be.
No, I can't.
Then you
Boost your malleability and just turn your bones into jelly.
Uh,
Oh,
Right, that would be the exact sound we hear.
that is a terrifying concept.
But yeah, that's me. Dude, caffeine plus this Paramecia, you could do fucking anything for a solid day. He could become the Flash.
I probably could.
We've
still
had this
haven't-
talk about
I
creating
still
a
haven't
fucking
boosted
Speed
my
Force.
speed yet.
Boost his
I-
boost his ability to vibrate and phase through walls.
Oh god. We need to. Rin needs to stop finding ways to make really stupid stuff overpowered as hell.
Okay, Bardic, do we want to talk about me?
I mean, also.
Do we want to talk about Wave?
I mean, we do because Dakota. Would you like to introduce yourself? Transition.
Oh wait, are we still doing intros?
Yes, we did mine. That's it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Dakota, White Wolf, 462, pretty much anywhere. If anyone cares to find me, don't look me up. I'm not very
You might find
entertaining.
us
I don't have
YouTube.
anything everywhere. I don't even have a Do I have
Yes,
a
you
YouTube?
do.
Oh yeah, I got
I'm
an
subbed
Overwatch.
to you.
I have an Overwatch video on it from fucking 4
No, no.
years ago.
Talking about your Bleach videos.
Oh, yeah,
that.
that's the same channel. Yeah, no, I haven't got my streaming channel up yet. Because I haven't gotten everything I want to stream. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's about it. I'm playing Wave.
I love a pause there to nod like, yup, that's me.
Yeah, because I can't think of a way to describe him. That doesn't sound ridiculous.
The shrinking
Big man shoot tiny rock, that be big rock.
Hmm.
That. There we go. Let Skunk talk. There we go.
The Shrinkinator.
You just gave me an idea for a new weapon.
Oh, fuck. That's some Doofenshmirtz levels. Anyhow, moving on. This isn't the Kingdom Hearts game. We can't put Doofenshmirtz. Or can we? I'm gonna have to figure that out. James, who are you?
I am James. I play Jimmy, or as he'd call himself.
Oh, look, that's the one that blew up.
Nah, we don't call him that, James. We call him Deep Fried.
I didn't know. No, not what you'd call me. What he'd say. What others call him. But he can't talk because he's dying.
I need to fix
He
that.
was stabilized.
He was
Don't
not.
worry.
That's the
I've
thing.
spent- I've
Rin
spent
was
some
coming to
time
stabilize me.
making like all the medicines on my list, because I can do that. Like, there's nothing that I can't make. I don't think. What's my?
I'm sorry, I can just imagine mid-combat, 3 arms are fighting this dogfish, other 2 are constantly just making potions.
That's actually kind
Yeah,
of
my
cool.
heal-
That.
Heal roll.
Actually, now that I think about it, he totally could do that, because he has 6 arms.
4 plus 9 plus 3. Yeah, it's a plus 16. Yeah, it's totally possible for me to make literally everything on the medicines list.
And you're only level 5?
Yeah.
But this is the best thing about these types of games. They are purposefully designed to get super number crunchy, so that very quickly everyone can do the wildest shit. And that's what's so cool about them. Alright, so, James, you are Jimmy. Jimmy Skunk. Skunk got gooed. Skunk dying. Did we miss anything else?
Can y'all hear
Uh,
that?
God,
Nope.
right, the innuendo video.
Nothing is amiss there. I just want to clarify. Ren said he will come stabilize me, but it's ended before he could. So I am not currently stabilized, and I would still very much like to be.
Like I said, I don't think I can do that without taking some lifespan. So I mean,
Captain, help!
die now, die later.
To be honest,
Again,
would
you
you
still
rather
have
sit
like
there
2
and
rounds
bleed out
before it
and
even
wait
starts bleeding out.
for the captain to come heal you and probably die before then? Or would you want someone to stabilize you and take like 2 years off your life?
Don't worry. Again, I'm still like 2 rounds in the past. I can punch Isabel 6 times in that time before you even blow up.
Hey, look on the bright side. If this character lives long enough and you run into him and he's awakened, he can probably put him back.
Don't take this deal. This is a genie if I ever fucking saw one.
Genie, no shit, no. This is a devil. This is a demon.
Alright.
He'll
Uh,
show up, give you years back, and then be like, "All right, now you're indebted to me." Wait, what? Yep, you're my bitch.
Excuse me.
So, you know what? That's a perfect segue right there. Rin, who are you?
Ren.
The demon genie.
And we're missing Shogun.
We are. I am no demon genie.
A genie demon. A demon.
I am.
Lehman Demon.
I am a demigod of chaos. You know,
Thank you,
Bye.
Nick, for that.
in the endless void of non-reality. Shit,
Dakota.
what's my character name?
Iris.
Yeah, there we go. I'm playing Iris.
I feel like I missed the joke because I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to listen and forgot.
I made a self-referential joke for me, James, and Dakota from years ago.
Alright, in jokes. Love them.
I'm
They're
sorry.
They're fun and inclusive for everyone.
So
That's
you
cool.
know you know the band Lemon Demon? No, they make hilarious music.
Okay.
And like when I first saw them, it was when James introduced me to them to a song called Knife Fight,
Yes.
and I read it without like thinking what the hell it was, and my brain went Lehman Demon instead of Lemon Demon. And just
What?
like
He
That-
switched
that
the
was
way the E
it.
sound to the opposite word.
You know what? I respect that. Lehman Demon. I'm here for it.
You know what? Who's to say that's not how they pronounce it either? They could call themselves that if they really wanted to.
Alright, so
I mean,
Rin's
that's some weird ass band names.
Rin's introduced himself. We've all said words.
we've done all the words.
Recap. Yes, recap. Fights. Fights happened. Skunk beat up a Google. It was explosive. Skunk is not doing so hot. Maggie, who is not currently here, got into a fight with a man made of literal fire. It was not so hot because she kept fucking with the fire. Now,
Made it cold, didn't she?
yeah, made it very cold. The robot died. The robot's dead, probably.
Yes.
It's probably dead.
Cores in her head.
Right, dummies.
Yeah.
Thor's in Maggie's head now.
Now, what else happened? Wave beat up the wannabe Rockstar by crushing him with giant balls. And Rin straight up just didn't even just murder someone. Like, Iris, like, trapped someone in perpetual agony until they eventually would just die. Probably of starvation. Well, I suppose dehydration would
No.
kick in first.
No, terminal velocity. If you fall at a certain speed, you just die.
Okay, so she'd just keep going and going and going until death.
Yeah,
happened.
eventually.
And it would probably
Well, I
continue
mean, that's not how
afterwards.
terminal velocity works. If you keep accelerating, yes, but I mean,
Well, yeah, but she would. So.
how?
I mean, okay, I don't want to start going into like the excessive detail, but like, I assume at some point the excessive amount of force being exerted upon her either would cause, you know, internal organs to get severely damaged, and that would be the cause of death, or it would affect the external organs, being skin and whatnot, and essentially just be ripped to shreds. Through...
Yeah. Or she would lose consciousness, which is definitely happens if you fall too fast, and then her powers would turn off, and then she would reset one more time, keeping the momentum that she's been falling with this whole time, and slap into the ground.
So what did you do with her?
Just left her there.
Just left her there.
Oh!
Rin doesn't know what, like, Wave, like, not Wave, Iris doesn't know what happened. It's like, there you go, you're just gonna fall forever. Bye. And
No,
walked off.
remember? Yeah, well,
Rin killed somebody!
Oh, Rin straight up
no,
killed
no.
somebody.
Iris killed somebody.
What the fuck, Rin?
We've had
Listen,
wow. Actually, Bardic, I just realized in this one battle alone were the first 2 deaths of the entire series, like actual deaths.
Yeah,
Technically,
one exploded,
technically
I can
3
explain.
deaths.
one
Wait, but-
stuck
like,
his
I can-
fucking...
Because Fire
I
Guy
can
is gone.
torment.
Like,
Oh my goodness, the only one not dead, the freaking dude I beat up with the giant iron
wait,
balls.
Bardic,
the Google's not dead.
Bardic. Remember how I had the people searching for the devil fruits and told them to tell only me when they found them?
No, no,
The flame
no.
fruit would also need to rebirth.
It would,
Oh crap, baskets.
which is... Oh god. Later on, Iris is gonna show up with fucking Doflamingo and be like, oh, by the way, I've got a tournament. Whoever wins gets the flame fruit. Crack on, lads. Oh my days. Alright, so that's the whole thing. Alright, so that's for recap. We're gonna try and jump into the game. It's only taken us, what?
Almost
13
an hour.
I mean, yeah, an hour of
So we
us.
started like half hour late, and then we've been sitting here bullshitting for 25 minutes.
Yeah, we've been live.
This
for
is the way.
13 minutes, 50 seconds at this point now. So that's how long we've been live waiting to get this shit done. So, woo, minimum 10 minutes before we even get started the actual thing. Let's go!
Okay, I'm a punch, because it's what I fucking do. I'm a punch this goddamn dogfish.
Yes, so in the water, Isabel is duking it out with Mercurius and Doomguy. Doomguy is currently stood on the bottom of this giant fountain pool, whilst Mercurius and Isabel do a punch. Mercurius, would you like to do punch?
Yeah, I mean, duh, that's what I'm here for, yo. Although I believe she goes first, because she rolled a much higher initiative than I did.
I believe she do. So let's do that. Isabel, go do a punch. Does she have anything interesting? Oops, I can't. Probably not. Brawlers don't have lots of interesting stuff.
I mean, they do if you build them into their brawler. I built mine into my doctor, not into my brawler, so I can't do very many interesting punch. So that's why I settle for interesting fists to make interesting punch.
Dynamic punch.
Yeah, basically, dynamic entry. Bardic's disappointed with me now.
Very.
I could use Abuse, Crouching Tiger, Warp Punch, Roundhouse Kick, Inferno Strike, Sucker Punch. Probably not Sucker Punch. Because it requires 10 ranks of unarmed.
I'm sorry,
And we're
but
at rank 9 for favor.
I love how that sounded like a Pokemon move. I could use Abuse.
I mean, Abuse is an actual thing, and it's actually like the one fucking brawler feat I have.
Yeah,
To
it's
where
like-
I can basically
Of
I can
course,
force
you are
someone to
meta.
attack me. As a standard action, the brawler may attack their enemy with an unarmed strike. If they successfully hit them, instead of rolling damage, roll 1d4. For that many rounds, the target cannot target anyone but the brawler.
yeah, it's basically a taunt.
Yeah, it's just hey, I punched you, you attack me now.
It's very much
It's
a tank
the
attack.
tank's draw aggro move.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
standard
go
action
because those are
move
very
that.
blue.
Yeah, go on then. Okay, yeah. So Isabel, the last thing she did, she tried to punch, it didn't work particularly well. You then punched her back, and Doomguy kind of shot at her with electricity, because that's how that worked. So, what she's gonna do is she's gonna like, Isabel, she's gonna like tread water a little bit, and then go deep breath, and then just get her giant gauntlet, and like just start like shaking it really vigorously in the water. And as she's doing that, you see that it just starts to like shake and vibrate and build up heat and speed. So much so that underwater, it starts to glow red, and you can see bubbles and steam flying off of it. So that is how she is spending her
Bubbles!
so many bubbles.
Not the bubbles. Not the bubbles.
So that is how Isabel spends her turn. She is preparing for something. So now you may do punch.
Now I may do punch.
Punch!
Fuck on punch.
I mean,
Do you see my picture, James?
she prepare.
I have not.
So that means spook. Spooka come.
Nice.
Which means.
Yep,
Where'd it
Tasha's
go?
got a
There
pair of
was
those
thing
that's
I was
pearlescent.
gonna look at. That's not it.
Ah, where's all my glasses? I suddenly, I turn and I can't see it on my left lens because there's shit all
So
over.
an opposite of a total attack?
Total
there,
defense.
there is total defense, yes.
I mean, if you're looking
mean,
for
where?
true opposite,
Oh,
Fetal
like
position.
defending? Touch attack? Parry roll?
I believe you can just
No.
take a defensive stance. I think that is a thing.
Because like I'm looking to see if there even is a defensive type thing. Because like I see called shots, combined attack, extra aim, striking to incapacitate, flanking,
Um,
total attack, and like all this shit that's like made for just cool different attacks. But what about like cool
Oh.
defense, yo?
Bruh. You can always take 10 on a defense roll. You may always take 15 on a defense roll. You may always take 20 on a defense roll, but you may make no attacks on your next turn. So you can
Oh.
take 20.
Oh, it's on your next turn. So that means this turn I can just fucking wail, and whenever she attacks, I can take.
Um,
20.
I think it's a standard action to take 20. Let me just double check. In terms of...
Well, it's a defense roll. It's always taken whenever you are attacked, right?
Yeah, let me just do a quick little read, see if I understand it, because words are confusing. This, this is just like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, you need to stop and read something to get the exact wording of it, to go, alright, so what the fuck can you actually do? And what do you all think you can do? I always take 15 on. Okay, so yeah, I believe you are correct, and if you so wish, you can just take 20 when you roll defense. However, you get no
Minus. I get no attack.
on your
next turn.
turn.
But if I take a 15, I get a -5 to my attack rolls on the next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever. We're gonna do the punch as we do. She's doing heat, so I'm gonna do cold. I'm gonna do a lot of cold. I'm gonna do 3 cold.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3. Punch, punch, punch.
with crap damage, and then like the minuses for hits would be like 18, 22, and then fucking 7,
Ooh.
8, 8.
It drops that much.
Yeah. It's -2 because I do flurry of blows, so it's -2 to all rolls except for the first one. Yeah, because it would be 0, -2, -7, -12.
Ah. Ooh.
Because normal full round attack would be 0, -5, -10, but I get an extra attack earlier.
Oh, okay.
So right now it would only be 2 attacks.
Okay, so it
But
goes
for flurry, I get more for less.
hit, miss. So
Wonderful. So
punch.
lots of cold damage on her face.
yeah, so punch, and on
Really
the,
sucks that I rolled fucking nearly minimum damage.
You know, that first one was minimum
I rolled-
damage.
I rolled 3 1s out of 3d8, or sorry, out of 2d4 and sorry, 1d4 and 2d8, and then I rolled a 4 on the other d4.
You're getting the bad rolls out of the way. It's fine.
Sure. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to roll my fucking mass of dice. Excuse me, one moment.
Get all the
What's
bad
what it?
rolls out.
What,
There you go.
yeah, there's that's today's luck, which is lower.
2, 4, 6. Slightly on the low side. Yeah, you've got more under than over 10.
Because it'll be what 105 is average. Yeah,
Thereabouts. All right.
5 10s and 5 11s.
Yeah.
That's low. Oof.
I had thoughts and then they're all gone. Alright, so punch into Isabel's face, and I think for the third one, she's not gonna like catch it or anything, that's a bit too dramatic and anime, and I believe that is Shogun just jumping on in.
Yeah, we got our Maggie back.
So I believe I can go there. Look at that. I am magical. Oh god, everything's everywhere.
Oh no.
Okay, whilst I try to move things around quickly.
Can't hear you, Shogun.
You can't hear me.
Oh, there we are. You're very quiet. Oh,
He's not quiet to me.
That's my
Nope,
fault.
not to me.
For some reason, you were set on 40% on my Discord.
I'm nearly done adjusting things on the fly. Look.
I
at
am the
that.
GM now.
A knight is floating in the middle of the screen.
Oh. Oh. Well, stream is lag.
There we go. Fixed it. Hey Shogun. You doing alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Do not worry about it. We can catch up with you in a second. We're just letting Nick beat up a dogfish.
Yeah.
So, punch, miss. How do you feel the miss goes? Do you feel that she like has just rolled out the way and dodged it? Do you feel like it just wasn't a particularly
I
good
want to
punch?
say, well, since it was punch, miss, I think what happened is I punched her in the face again, and then the third one, she's out of range because I punched her too hard.
I like that. So it's like doo-doo, and she's. Ooh. I like that. I like that dynamic. Yeah. So she's taking these, and you know what? The entire time, like you're punching her, and she is. Jesus Christ, Dakota, bless you.
Ow.
Yikes.
Sorry.
This entire time,
I
her
stuck up on
hand,
me and I thought I was muted.
her gauntleted. That's a horrible word. hand.
Gauntleted.
She's been like shaking it vigorously, and she didn't stop. She tanked these punches to the face, just and she is smiling. You know what? You knocked a tooth out, and there's a gap in her mouth, and she's just smiling even wider and viciously, like, "Get ya, I'll get ya."
You can try.
And Doom Guy, I'm gonna say Doom Guy is. What's Doom Guy doing? Is he helping out this turn? Is he reloading?
Is he sinking? Is he reloading?
I think Doom Guy's gonna have to take a minute to reload, just to make my life easier. So I don't have to keep thinking. Doom Guy's just there, stood on the bottom, going. And yeah, that comes back around to Isabel, who she now stops shaking her hand, it is like white hot. This giant gauntleted, disgusting murder claw. Alright, and do you want to roll me 3 defense rolls, please?
Can I just take 15 on all of them?
You most certainly can.
Which for me, what is my total plus? Character sheet. I'm just gonna press roll just so as I can see like the total plus.
Yeah.
It was, let's see.
That's your total plus.
It's a plus 9. My total plus is plus 9 because that was a 17 on the dice, or 26. So then 15 plus 9 will be 24.
Okay, so 24. Okay, so hers goes hit, miss, miss on these. So her first hit. Give me one moment here. Need to find the right dice. I need that. I need that. And then as the murder claw. Wow. Alright, you think you were having bad luck? I just rolled
Did she?
I just rolled 4 dice.
What did you get? Like a?
3 of them are on 1s.
Oh my!
So 1, 2, 3, 8 damage.
I have 6 damage reduction.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 damage.
That-
So I look. So I have my 6 arms interlocked to like make like a shield in front of me, and it's just like I peek out. Is that it? All that for that?
Okay, so here's where the fun part comes in. You're blocking, and so this is like these giant murder hands. Like I like the idea that you kind of like just splayed your hands, and like so you've like just tucked around to like all these claws. They're like cut. They're through, but they aren't touching you. So it's kind of like it's very much. What's the image I'm trying to think of here? It's kind of like in cartoons where you can see like the grabby hand and it can't quite reach you. So it's like that, but with knives. And as you're there going, that it? I believe that would be the moment where you do take 6 fire damage.
Bah! Fire.
Yep.
Wait. How does that work underwater?
Fires can still exist underwater. It's just not for very long. As long as it has a fuel, oxygen, and heat, it can exist. So if you have something making that, typically, in the case of most underwater fire, it's a volcano that can exist. So, but because you're surrounded by water, it cuts off oxygen and heat very quickly.
I mean, as well, in most games, I believe in most things ever, fire is just the generic word when they really mean heat. You know, they just say fire damage. Like, no, you mean heat.
It should be called heat damage, in my opinion,
For
because
most
there are many things
yes.
that cause heat, and like heat is actually usually what causes actual damage to you.
Yeah. Like,
Because like just fire, like there's such a thing as cold fire. There are things that can be on fire without being hot, and thus like it won't do anything to your skin
Anyhow, before we start getting wrapped up in pedantic
in
like,
chemistry and science shit.
just very long,
before we do
drawn-out
that,
conversations.
I'm gonna be like, is that it? Ah, fucking fire! It's hot.
It's just
Ah!
it's grabbing knives, just going like this tiny little dogfish girl. She like her legs are kicking wildly to like hold herself in position. She's like, it's ravenous. It is very much like a dog with a bone. Like she wants to jab you with these things so bad and can't.
I'm just gonna bop her on the head, just like Bunny Fufu.
Just no bad
Just
puppy.
one nice bonk. One nice bonk with lightning.
That is
That's a
with
nice bonk.
That is with a -5.
Yeah, I still got a 25 to hit, but it's still pretty low damage.
It's low damage, but it's high hit, and it worked. You just bonk her on the head.
Stop that.
Does it stop her in her tracks? Does she stop trying to attack him with knives?
I think she is very confused by it. You know, the bonk just kind of, she just kind of stops and goes, huh? Okay. Is there anything else you would like to try and do? Like, outside of just mechanical stuff?
Somebody was just racing outside someone's window.
No idea. Probably Rin, actually, would probably be the only one.
Nani?
I don't know. But
You're not paying attention, are you?
I
Right?
don't think I can do much else this turn,
I was
but I'm
paying
just gonna...
attention that second.
I just want to, like, look at her and determine, like, how much fight does she have left in her.
She does not seem remotely worn out, because this fight has been very much, thus far, it feels very much like you've been, like, testing each other more than anything. You know, like,
God, she's got the fighting spirit of a damn chihuahua.
Shit.
Chihuahua
Is
bites.
is this
hurt.
fucking dogfish based on Chica?
Okay, Chica's the nice one. Lola's the horrible one. But
Lola.
like, Chihuahua bites can fucking hurt. They are vicious little bastards. Like, they're small, and yes.
So I'm not wrong.
Alright, so here's the thing. Chihuahuas are awful. And I'm allowed to say this because I have too many of them.
Oh my god.
Like, the problem is, like, they get very aggressive, and they can hurt you. The problem is, if you, like, react in any way, you run the potential of quite badly hurting them, because they are tiny and frail. So, like, you know, if you get bit too hard, and you pull away, or you go, ah, or whatever, if you catch them, you can, like, knock out a tooth, or you can, like, hurt their jaw. And it's like, are you kidding me? Getting hurt can hurt my dog. Because it's that ridiculous. It's that small.
And that, nothing against you. This is why I don't like chihuahuas.
No, but
My neighbor used to have one that would slip through the fucking fence and would chase my ass down the driveway. There was more than one time I almost ran over with my go-kart because it came running out from behind the fence when I didn't even see it because it's grass. Almost crashed my go-kart twice because of it.
Chihuahuas are hilarious when they do that. They just kind of pop up and I love my dogs. They're so
Would have been hilarious. All you would have. That's all you would have heard. The little fucker probably would have got up and walked away.
So,
Apparently, he got hit by a floor at one point.
so yes, all the fighting spirit of a Chihuahua fills this tiny little dogfish. But thus far, you've been mostly like exchanging glancing blows. So either this will get drawn out and there'll be lots and lots of exchanging glancing blows until someone eventually drops, or someone's going to have to pull out some anime nonsense and go, time to reveal my true power.
Alright, fine, I'll do it. I can reveal my true anime power then.
Diseases!
Exactly! Iris, I have some of your power, I believe, in a bullet. Because
Yeah.
you handed out bullets to everybody?
Well, I didn't hand out bullets to everyone, but I did
You-
say that I gave you one so that you could expedite the process of a virus.
Yeah. I believe I did hit Isabel with my bluefish flu, or whatever the fuck I called it.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That sounds about
I could
right.
scroll back all the way through all the shit.
Yes, you did.
I did.
I don't remember if it actually hit her, because it was only a 13 to hit. I'm not 100%.
Question. I just realized something. Throughout all of this,
Here, you know what? Let's just do it again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
when I was fighting Sound Dude,
And
is it possible one of
and-
the metal balls fell in the water?
The all the various
Actually,
things
well-
will take place in like one more round.
all right. Well, I guess it's her turn though. I used my turn to bop.
Okay, so you did bop, and do you have anime dialogue in between bop, or is Mercurius too serious for that? Is Mercurius's anime fight one where like
He's too
one-
done for the.
which is even funny that you're having to fight with Chihuahua, because that is very much like what it is like when the Chihuahua is yipping at you. It's like, I'm done, and it keeps yipping at you like, cease. Cease.
You know this from experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, Isabel, you bopped her, and her claw is still like caught in between all of your other things. So she's there, and she stopped after being bopped, and she's just looking around. And goes, and with that, she just kind of like. What she's gonna do is she's gonna like twist her arm, and he knows that you're like holding the gauntlet in place, and so the gauntlet's gonna try and move. You're gonna stop, and she's just gonna keep twisting her arm, so much so that she pops her own shoulder out of socket,
Ow!
and it just slips out of the gauntlet. So she's now got a limp arm, but she is free, and then she is going to kick, punch. So let's go. That's not very good. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better again. So do you want to roll 3 defense, please?
All right. I'll actually roll defense this time. Oof.
Okay, so that
Third one was
goes.
not great.
That goes. Miss, hit.
Oof.
So first kick, she misses. Second one, she's gonna get a good solid kick against your hand. And third one, you know what? What she's gonna have done is she's gonna like kick into your hand and use that to propel herself to like flip over you. And as she's going over, she's gonna punch you in the head. She's gonna revenge
Ow.
bop you.
Ow!
So, damage 1 is
Oh,
7.
I thought you were saying the damage was 1. I was
No,
like,
no.
what?
Damage for attack 1, 7. Damage for attack 2, a little bit better at 9.
Wonderful. I took 4 damage.
Love this game.
Right.
Balancing this game is so friggin' hard because either you're dealing 2 damage, or you're dealing like 40 and killing people. Like, oh.
Yeah.
There's no in betweens we have learned so far.
I have. I've got 2 hits to do this, and I'd really like for them both to hit. So can I? Let's see. Okay, I can do total attack. What is? There's like take aim or something. Extra aim. If a character aims a it's ranged weapon. Never mind. So I guess I'll total attack because I really want these 2 hits to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be +5. But it will cause my defense to suffer next attack. That's okay. So really,
Is that
I
first
rolled a
one?
nat. The first one's a nat 1.
That's fair.
Oof.
But the second one, that's going to do that. Probably, I don't think she can actually roll to avoid that. She cannot. She got real fucking close. She was 1. She rolled a 31 on her defense there. That's. I think the thing is, like, she needed a nat 20 to make it. And she got a 19.
Ah,
So, yeah, no.
Punch the puppy!
So your second one hits. How does this look?
But the first one didn't.
The nat 1 does not hit. No.
It's a nat 1.
Surprisingly.
I mean,
Oh, that was lightning.
Nat 1 will still hit if they roll a nat 1 on their defense.
She did not roll a nat 1.
Damn. So, alright. So I guess this will be a 2-turn thing then. So this one here will deal the 12 damage,
Mm-hmm.
and the effects don't really show up yet.
Okay. So you just punch.
Yeah.
She's gonna take it, and she's gonna look. She's like, whatever. I've got this. In fact, she is like, she's panting, but not in like a I'm worn out, in like a I'm getting really worked up. Her arm is still dislocated, just hanging off to the side, and she's like hype. Like even though she's in water, she's kind of doing like, you know that thing that like boxers and fighters do, like they kind of like bounce up and down to psych themselves up. She's like doing that in the water and like slapping herself with her working arm, like, yeah, go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it, go get it.
Yep, definitely the fighting instincts of a chihuahua.
Okay. Doom Guy then very casually just goes doo doo doo. And is making a shot, which Isabel just avoids like this.
Which I'm sorry, was he just going doom 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 as he fires?
I like to think Doom
Right.
Guy is really casual in everything he does now. And so he loads up this electric blast and he goes to shoot it, and Isabel, you know what, she avoids by just like spinning around in the water, so this bolt of lightning just like flies up and just does not touch her. She's like, yeah, got it. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Can I just imagine like BFG Division is playing in Doom Guy's helmet right now?
Okay. So this would be the moment where all the various other things are going on outside. So, Mercurius, you would probably vaguely notice above the water a giant. Well, you would kind of hear like rumbling, and there would be. Yeah, you would see like a giant iron ball kind of roll and crash into the water. It's away from you, so like, if you wanted to interact with it, you could, but you have to go out of your way to go do it. You would also see a reddish hue fill the sky as what can only be described as a pillar of fire can be seen.
Oh, good.
Um,
Oh shit! What is that? Because there's like 4 things it could be to me right now.
Like, I don't even know who that could. That could literally be any of my friends.
Any of my crew.
Well, that could be. No, it could
Actually, no.
also be.
You no, for a fact it wouldn't be me.
Wait,
Because I
which
have nothing but
direction
King
did
of
it
Fire.
come from? That would tell me.
I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to tell direction from being underwater. Everything's like
Actually,
above you.
He would be able to tell if he could tell where the iron ball fell in the water. He'd be able to tell which direction's what from that because he
Can
knows
I-
that would be dead center.
Can would projectiles fly over there?
Yeah.
Cause can we put it to where he's like, who the fuck did
And
that?
a
And he
piece of
just
Jimmy's
sees,
hazmat suit falls
yeah,
in.
exactly. He just sees like half of my hazmat suit just float down. He's like,
Oh my
fucking-
god, yeah. So this
Oh,
giant iron
Jesus.
ball just like crashes into the water. So I'll just. Iron ball crashes about here. Hazmat suit just kind of flutters and lands in the water here.
And the other side of the water starts freezing.
I don't know if anything would happen from Maggie's. 'Cause Maggie's is a really controlled, like calm fight. It's like,
Oh god!
Oh,
It's not
that-
that big of an iron. Actually, no, that's about accurately. That's about how big the iron ball was.
yeah, that's real big.
20-foot, 40-foot diameter?
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not.
You know what?
It's
It's
not
anime.
exact.
Let's go with it.
Plus, it's an oval.
Oh
Also-
god, it is an oval.
Let's go with
Also-
it. It's fine.
I didn't make it
It
perfect.
does make sense because it was shrunk, so it could have been that huge
Yeah, I
before
guess
it got
it could.
shrunk.
It could be any size, really, because it's anime. We can say what
Alright.
we want. Alright. So, Isabel. She
so
is
you see the hazmat suit.
Yeah, there's just a hazmat suit floating. You know what? If there was like some sad music, you know, if there's like the score from Halo or something, this is exactly what you'd see like next to Master Chief's helmet, except it's Jimmy's hazmat suit.
Oh boy.
just floating in the water as the sky turns red and this giant iron ball just crashes into the water.
This is a chaotic battle.
Meanwhile, Isabel, who has really psyched herself up and just avoided an attack from Doomguy, she's kind of looking, and you see her eyes dart, and she's darting between Mercurius and Doomguy, and she's like,
Come on, bring it on.
Zappy. And she's staring at you, and then she just disappears. She just like zips down to the bottom, appears in front
Really?
of Doomguy, and with like her dislocated arm is still just like flopping behind her. So she gets her other one and just grabs Doomguy by like the chest, pulls him in, just smashes her head into his helmet, and breaks his helmet with her
Uh-oh.
face.
That's not good.
Yeah. So she does that, and then she takes a big old bite into Doomguy's like neck area.
Oh,
And-
good.
And this is a loud amount of blood in a shonen, so there is blood in the water now. As Doomguy
Oh.
goes, ah!
I hope she's not based. I hope the face side of her isn't shark based, because by
No,
God, she'd
no.
be seeing red.
She's a dogfish, which isn't technically a shark, but it
In the-
also is.
They are freshwater sharks. They're in the family, but not entirely.
Oh, good. So yeah, seeing and smelling blood probably is not going to be good. You gotta send her into a frenzy. Good.
Mercurius, what do? Your ally.
So I'm gonna have to anime fix this. I'm gonna have to bolt to do two things at once. I have to hit Isabel with the boosting and or purging, whichever. I still don't know the fucking difference. And
Boost
I
means
need
you
to
enhance it, purge
grab
means you remove.
Doomguy.
So
But the purge also boosts it like for a time.
it's a very strange thing. All right, so I
The way I
believe-
think of it is, okay, you purge, say,
Wait,
the heat
oh.
from a fire, you weaken it. But if you purge, say, the heat from the air, you enhance cold.
No. So here's how it works. Depends on whether whether its booster or purge is based on the supply. So if it's like an illness, what purge would do is it would cause all the damage that illness would do throughout its duration would happen all at once, and then no more after that. Whereas boost would increase the amount of damage that it does for however long its natural duration would be.
So if I want to do it quickly, I'd have to do purge.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
and
if I just wanted it to do more, I'd have to do burst.
yeah. So if you thought that it would take her out if, like, let's say
Do you
took,
think
like-
she has 66 or less of health left?
I would say probably. You hit her pretty hard.
Yeah, that's my thoughts too. So purge then.
All right, let's go.
I just need one solid hit is what I need.
I'm very
And
curious
just-
how Mercurius is going to use a bullet underwater.
Simple.
Punch
He has
it.
these syringe fingers for his thing, and one of them is now empty. All he
Oh,
needs to
that's
do is
genius.
take off the needle, and then it's a nice solid tube for this bullet.
Oh god.
I
Uh-huh.
was thinking you were just gonna take it, hold it in between your thumb and index finger, and just.
No,
I mean, I
just,
could.
just
but-
do her like a dog and just like squeeze her jaw a little bit open. Here's your medicine.
Hit it, damn it!
Oh, I thought we were going to do some anime nonsense where you just kind of like let the bullet float in the water, like lean back and go. Oh!
No, I'm not an
Friggin'
aquatic karate master yet.
friggin'
If I had that
boom
stuff, then I
behind it.
would. But no, I just need one solid punch. Let's see how this rolls.
I mean, if you want
no.
to,
Yikes.
No, that's a solid roll. That's 22 minus 5. It would be what, 17. It's not great. I just need a
Yo.
hit.
Okay, so everyone knows I like to fudge numbers for dramatic effect,
Yes.
but you know I need to prove that I did not just cheat this. So I just
Is it a nat one
Move the damn.
or?
Okay.
But are you okay?
Did you roll a nat 1?
I can't see what that is.
Uh,
That is a 1.
Oh my god.
Wonderful. So the first hit even hit.
Wait.
Because a nat
Yeah?
1 defense
that
loses
work?
to a nat 1 offense.
Yeah, a nat
Oh,
1,
okay,
nat 1
okay.
defense is just automatic failure on the
You are
defense roll.
guaranteed to be hit, even by a nat 1
Okay.
fucking hit. So, wonderful. So she's gonna be hit by 6d6 of fucking disease damage.
Wait, does it only last for 6 hours?
It
Um,
does, normally.
okay.
It says
The camera's all
You
wonky. I'll fix
lose.
it later.
1d6 health for 6 hours.
For 6 hours.
All right,
Okay.
go for it.
Yeah.
Every hour for 6 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Every arrow on the arrow.
Which hopefully is actually gonna be a nice solid roll for me. 14, 2 of those were 1s. That's not exactly great damage.
Oh gosh, 1 second.
Fucking.
I goofed everything.
But she has no damage reduction off of this.
This is true.
It's just straight up 14. How's that bagel?
Okay, so
He's muted.
He is no, he's muted.
alright, so I accidentally goofed the cameras, so I'm gonna have to fix them in the break. Although Shogun's camera is working, but no one else's is.
Not even mine?
Wait, what?
That's not good.
Okay, no, I know what I did. I can fix it one by one. Just wait. I'm working on it.
Oh, I see. Everyone's frozen. But for some reason, Shogun's not.
Yeah, I know exactly what I did.
That would explain. I've been kind of keeping an eye on it every once in a while, and I'm like, I have not been staring at my phone that long. Jesus.
Everyone's been stuck in this time loop, unable to move, see their families, and Shogun's just, man, this is a damn good bagel. My God. I'll fix everyone else later, but God damn.
It's the only animated thing on screen.
Ooh. Oh
Alright.
shit, it's coming down even harder now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost power.
Okay, I think I'm fixing it.
Shut up.
You.
Awesome.
So I'm just chuckling so much that it's so
Anyways.
ridiculous.
Anyways, so that's 66 of damage. I rolled kind of crap because I rolled 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 5.
I mean, we are back.
We're back.
We are one person down as Jimmy James is looking after a cat, which
It's causing problems.
yeah. It's amusing when you say like, Jimmy's not here, he's got to go look after a cat. It sounds like such a like half-assed excuse. Like, no, the cat just got spayed. It needs care and attention, otherwise it's gonna hurt itself and all that. So, good luck to James. And I know this cat's name and I've already forgotten it, but good luck, cat.
Zelda.
Zelda. That's it. Such a pretty name for such an asshole. I love James's cat so much. I've never seen it, but I love it because I can hear it and it's adorable.
So the stream crashed. So what we were gonna do is Isabel's gonna be taking a bunch of disease damage all at once because I used one of Iris's purge bullets on the disease that I had implanted into her last round,
Yeah.
causing the 66 that she would have taken over the course of 6 hours to happen over the course of 6 seconds.
So,
So that's 31 unmitigated damage.
now, how you can take full narrative control here because essentially the 6 seconds is the time it's going to take Isabel to like bite Doom Guy, finish biting, get punched, look at you, and go, "The fuck, bro." How does the disease take hold in that time?
Well, I mean, it starts with like blue freckles, almost like chicken pox, but they're blue.
Mm-hmm.
And like they get itchy, and then they start to blister. And then you get a fever, and then you vomit,
Ew.
and then over the course of 6 hours, this is a very precarious situation because you'd have to be worried about getting vomit in your open sores all over your arms and legs and everywhere. But I mean, she's in the water, so she can't really control that. So like the blisters, since they've appeared so fast, they just kind of burst on their own. And she vomits in the water, and now she's in her own like pool of blood and vomit, and it's fucking gross
Damn,
with open sores.
I feel uncomfortable and unclean.
I'm sorry.
No. Like I get it. That is how diseases be. So I think as all of this is happening, she's gonna like be scrambling up. She's gonna try and like pull herself out
And
of
that
the
was-
water and just.
And that was only like one part of my turn. One part of it was that, and in that, while that's happening, I was going to be grabbing Doomguy and going up because he can't breathe underwater,
No.
This is true.
Surprisingly,
and he had
Doomguy
his
came up
helmet
pretty.
broken.
So this is really grim. But I think what's going to happen is Merc is just casually swimming up. Doomguy over one of his many shoulders. Underneath, Isabel is just kind of like scrambling. And because she dislocated one of her arms, she can't swim as well as she wants to.
Ooh,
So she's kind of scrambling, and
oh dear.
it's just a very unpleasant sight. And I believe the camera then panned to Doomguy's broken helmet on the bottom of the pool. Isabel floating, not dead, but unconscious in the water. She can breathe underwater. She'll be fine. She's not dead. But her unconscious body just floating in the water, and then there's the red sky, and it's a very dramatic looking scene. Probably ruined by like a small chunk of, I don't know, some carrots or something shit earlier, just floating by in the water.
Carrots. Why is it always carrots? I don't even eat carrots.
And with
Points
that,
if you get that reference.
Maybe.
It's a good movie. It is correct. With that all over, is Doomguy conscious? Because like he got his helmet cracked. I don't know how much that did to his skull.
I think he's got like a big gnarly scar on his forehead. It's very Doomguy.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Like a big circular scar on his forehead. It's probably bleeding a little bit. He's like half conscious. He's also got a big bite mark, like this area.
I'm just gonna throw some salve at him. He can apply it himself because he's conscious. He can do that.
He's just gonna give a thumbs up, like,
Wonderful. And then I'm gonna go fucking rescue Jimmy.
yeah. As you run over, you see. You know what? Okay, decision time. The giant flaming pillar. Would the water splashed out from the giant iron ball be enough to extinguish the pillar, or is the pillar still on fire? Just for dramatic effect.
Just for dramatic effect. Sure, it's on fire. But logically I would think that the 40 foot diameter ball would have displaced quite a bit of water.
Yeah. So I think that will have come in. That will have. It's not as dramatic of a pillar of fire anymore, but so it's just like a little fire. There's like a little fire fountain, just kind of going. Meanwhile, at the foot of it, you see Goo Girl and Jimmy, both unconscious, both not looking very good.
Right. So we're gonna do two things here. We're going to give Jimmy a greater regeneration potion,
Mm-hmm.
which will heal him for +4 HP for 10 turns per turn.
Okay.
So that's 40 HP over the course of time. We are going to inject him with some sweet berry serum,
Mm-hmm.
which will make him sleep for 1d6 plus 2 hours, which will cause some natural healing as well. And then we're also just going to roll a heal roll of my own to make sure that he is stabilized even though he is exploded. Because, that is what happens whenever you explode. Sometimes you aren't very stable.
Alright, so you check on him. Jimmy, you stabilize Jimmy. Yeah. Whilst it was a very dramatic and painful explosion, Jimmy's probably making up most of it. He'll be fine. He'll get over it.
Oh, and
Awesome.
he's sleeping for 4 hours.
Iris is gonna go over to Google, hand on forehead, and use his secret technique.
That sounds kind of disturbing. What is Iris's secret
What the
secret
fuck are you
technique?
doing?
Purge
gonna look at
memories.
What the fuck? Purge memories.
Mm-hmm. I need to look at your sheet, man. I swear you're just making shit up every week.
I'm not. No, it's literally just an application of Flare Purge. I can purge non-physical concepts, so memories theoretically would work.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So how is this happening? What happens here? Like you have.
I mean,
control of
first she gets a save, so
it. Well, she's knocked the f out.
yeah, I thought so.
I don't think she do.
Basically, she would have a really intense dream of her entire life up into this point, and then when she wakes up, she'll remember nothing.
Like nothing.
Like, I guess, yeah, probably nothing. Purge, man.
You just knock out her entire life?
Fucking purge.
That's some severe amnesia, yo. Is she gonna be able to even fucking breathe?
Yes,
Is
Okay.
she gonna be able to talk?
maybe. I don't know. I don't think Iris has ever done this before.
Like, that's one thing I always wondered. People are always, like, going on about amnesia, and I'm just like, if they have no memory, how the hell do they know how to
Because
talk?
granted, Iris could under normal circumstances never do this. The only reason that he can is because he can boost his own purging power.
Okay. So.
How
I
long, is it,
honestly-
how long have we been on this siege?
I don't know.
Like, in game or real life hours?
In game.
In game, maybe like 10 minutes.
Wait, no. From the time when we were still in the cube, climbing the wall like a barnacle,
Limpet, yes.
when
Snail.
when Iris and Dummy were controlling the massive cube, to now has been 10 minutes?
Give or take, yeah.
Oh my god, I was sitting here thinking it's been hours.
I mean,
Yeah.
bear in mind, remember how because it's a game and because of how mechanics work. From literally a moment where the cube appeared on the top of a volcano, you crawled along a bridge, crawled up the side of a building, knocked out some people, got out of the cube, went down a flight of stairs, beat up some nobodies, walked out into here, ran around, did some fights. 10 minutes.
That's true.
Oh,
Wow.
But yeah, no, we got
Iris still
Google
has
Google's
23 and a
memories.
half hours of caffeine in his system.
Just because, like, we can't have a Devil Fruit user still loyal to the king running around on this island after we leave.
So, now, honestly, I had put very little thought into Google as a character. You know, surprisingly, she doesn't even have a name.
Oh, what? Bardic with NPCs with little character? Who would have thought? It's
yeah.
like the players give character to the NPCs.
Well, yeah, like, why would I... But my mindset is, sometimes, yes, have a fully fleshed out character,
Look-
work with it. Other times go, let them do what they want. It'll be more
Look, we
fun.
literally took an NPC that had no character whatsoever. They were a generic ass dude, and he's now a part of the fucking crew.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Doom guy.
Oh, wait, is Doom Guy a part of the crew?
Yeah, he's part of my crew. You
fuck
boosted
it.
his fucking loyalty. He's now
I
loyal to the
did.
Marines.
I did.
So,
Well, technically, I boosted his loyalty to me, but he
No.
thinks I'm a Marine.
He's a Marine.
so,
I definitely didn't say Marine.
He's a Marine now.
so, I think this will be the moment where the creator goes, you know what, I think the fans are really going to like this character. Let's give her a backstory. And so, as we're purging Google's memories, that we'd get the flashback. Do we want Google to have like a super tragic backstory that she's very happy to forget?
Yes.
All right. So, this is actually a good thing. That's what we're making out here. So I like to imagine Google probably didn't have parents because that's good anime. That
I mean, typical One Piece character, yeah.
no parents, probably treated like crap. I think, you know what? I'll have bad experiences with pirates. Has never really fit in. Because do we think she's had her goo powers a while? Do we think she's been Goo Girl for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
Depends. Wait, was she naked underneath the goo? Because that would determine it. Because if she wasn't, then it would probably be a recent thing.
I mean,
because she's not used to it yet. If she's then she's probably just used to wearing the goo.
I think okay, so she is as naked as we can get away with in a shonen manga. So
You'd be surprised.
we can almost entirely suggest that she is naked underneath the goo.
So it's probably been a while.
Yeah, probably a while.
Yeah.
I would say at least a couple years.
So I think that she's had goo powers for a while, and I think because of her goo powers, she's been a little bit ostracized. Weirdly enough, I kind of envision her a little bit like Ashido from My Hero Academia. But imagine if you crossed Ashido with I forgot her friggin' name, Murder Girl.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Toga? Yep.
That's it. I was going Toga, Tami, I couldn't remember. Yeah, they're kind of like a combination of those two, I think. So very upbeat, very happy, but then will turn on a dime and tell you to shut the fuck up. And I like to imagine, she's probably been a little bit ostracized throughout most of her life. She'd try and get close to people and be like, "No, you're gooey. That's gross. Over there." And I think because of all that, always been used, always been, wanted for, to do, jobs or get away with certain stuff because this is very impressive stuff, and then just thrown aside and kind of disappear. And she's probably going to get thrown aside by the king at some point. So, having all that memory purged, so now she's just free. Okay, I don't have all this trauma. Cool. So I think after her memories are purged, she just kind of smiles. Unconscious, lying there, smiling, very happy and content. Because now she has no baggage and can just live her life. Has Iris just recruited Google, essentially?
I mean, that's up to her.
I mean, isn't that Iris's point? Is he's making his own army or something?
Iris is making his own army, but he's not gonna force anyone to join it.
And he's a third faction, isn't he? He's not a pirate. He's not a marine. He's
Nope.
He's just Iris.
So
Yep, just Iris.
I think Google will have a moment of her eyes fluttering open, and so the first memory she will now have is of Iris. Iris.
Imprinting.
Iris, how does this go? You're just crouched over her, hand on head, going wom 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 wom, no memories, or do you say anything? Do you flash a smile? How does this go?
I mean, I assume it's just it's just his. He looks exactly like his profile picture,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just good morning. I didn't. Now that I think about it, I never got your name.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
So I'm 10 feet away, and I'm just you smooth bastard.
I think Google will kind of lay there. She'll blink twice, and just go. I don't know that.
Well, I guess you get to pick one then.
Come on, choose for me.
GG.
Hold on, let me.
GG works, but just Google. But,
Hold on.
But I mean, it's also GGG, the GIGI.
Yeah.
Isn't that Chinese for grandma or something?
Oh wait. Ooh, hold.
Or
I mean, GG.
oh, it's actually Chinese for positive.
Like, there's loads of things. You know, obviously GG, like in gamer speak, for good game. GG, it is an abbreviation. Like some cultures use it to mean grandma. Can't remember which one specifically, but I know it does have some culture that have been like grandma. GG is also, you know, like a female name, usually associated with like privileged, spoiled white girls, because it's a very white girl name. You know,
How about we name her Liberty?
Liberty,
Yeah.
America.
I don't hate it.
I mean, Liberty literally just means freedom. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she'll kind of sell. Be like, I'm cool with that. I think then she'll look over and see Jimmy, and she go, "Wow, someone kicked his ass."
Yeah, I think that was you.
She'll kind of look at us and go,
I just realized
"Wait,
Jimmy's
really?"
gonna have some mixed feelings about her being part of us now.
It's not part of us. She's part of Iris.
Long
She's gonna have
story.
mixed feelings.
I'll explain later, but it's probably not a pretty story. I don't know the whole details, but
She'll kind of look and go like, "Well, if I kicked his ass, I mean, I'm like a badass."
yeah, kinda.
Then she'll kind of look at herself and be like, "I'm naked, aren't I?"
Yep.
Get some clothes.
Like, Can I have some clothes?
Oh, sure.
Does anyone have some
Oh,
spares?
also, you'll notice that
I
Iris
always
is
ha-
completely unfazed by this because he grew up on Amazon Lily, so this is just like, yeah, what?
Merc
Is this a
has
big deal?
has no shirt of his own, but he pulls a marine shirt from seemingly nowhere and tosses it over.
Merc just carries a pocket filled with hats and marine shirts. Just
Yeah, there you go.
Just imagine it's a giant shirt.
Like, he has a bag of holding that's specifically for marine
Wait,
attire.
if we're talking about that, hold up. Wave just digs in his bag. I got this. Pulls out a pair of boots.
What?
everyone just has like bags of holding, essentially.
I do have a bag of holding as Wave.
Exactly, it's real good. All right, yeah. So we just get a bunch of gear, and so now she's gonna zhuzh it up, but for now she's got a vague attire.
Iris will
Boots
call
and oversized t-shirt.
We'll call
Wonderful.
Natasha and have her come and take Liberty up.
Natasha. I thought her name was Lorelei.
Oh, you're right. Why do I'm thinking of a completely different character?
I don't know. I
You kept
mean,
saying that. I was just like, what's that her name?
I just remember Lorelei because it's one of the worst names to try and say in a Russian accent.
Yeah, because
Laura-
Which we did intentionally just to screw with Bartek, I
He
think.
calls
For sure.
Lorelei.
see, I know exactly why you're thinking of Natasha, because Natasha is a very stereotypical Russian name. It's in Rocky and Bullwinkle. Natasha Romanoff in Black Widow.
No,
Natasha.
I have a
is-
character. Oh,
Natasha is like the generic female Russian name.
I have a character in my campaign that's named Natasha. That's why I'm thinking of.
Do you?
Yes.
It's actually
I don't-
funny.
Have we met her?
Yes.
My real
I don't
friend is a Russian,
remember.
but her name is Natasha. So it's like you kept saying like, oh, this. I was like, wow, there's a lot more like in like culture. There's
Yeah.
a lot more than we thought.
Anyways,
So yeah, so you're gonna call Lorelei to come and help her. Lorelei will just kind of like she'll radio in, I guess, and be like, this is gonna be arranged. Easy job. Okay, cool. Also,
Awesome.
I saw explosions. Are these good explosions or bad explosions?
Good explosions.
Question.
Well,
Now that I'm thinking about it, what happened to freaking Sonic guy? What happened to him? Where is he?
you crushed him.
No, he went. No, he went flying through the wall. We don't with the iron balls. We don't know where he
probably
landed.
unconscious.
So if anyone looks out into the pool, you would see Manowar kind of floating face down in the water, just bobbing along.
Oh, good. Please tell me he just like bops into Isabel, who's in a pool of other stuff than water.
Yeah, just the two of them just kind of floating around, occasionally bumping into each other. And just
Iris is stopping. He's like, "Oh shit, Maggie!"
Shit, yeah, we might want to go help her.
Maggie, I believe when you finish your fight, you slowly started walking out, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to enter this scene of madness?
I'm carrying Jimmy.
Maggie is slowly walking in like the Terminator.
Does she still?
Dun,
She
dun,
doesn't.
dun, dun, dun.
Does she still have her super armor?
Nope.
I like to
No.
imagine like part of like your some of your like you had false skin in places it's melted off, so all we see is robotic parts.
Well, and also the right side of her head is open,
Oh.
like a hatch, and it is open.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Not
dear.
as like a.
No, like the skull's missing.
Okay.
Open.
Ooh.
No, when we say like the Terminator, we mean very literally, clearly not human.
I just again just in my head. Dun 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 dun.
and she is like has one hand inside of her head and is like messing with it, plugging wires in, turning screws
Do you
Slowly.
need a hand with that?
calmly as she's going. I'm good.
Wait, okay.
We're good.
Doesn't seem very smart to be trying to work on yourself while awake.
Whew. Iris will breathe a sigh. of
How else
relief.
is she gonna work on herself?
I don't know. Did she have anyone help her create herself? I don't
She
know.
gives
Probably
it one
not.
last like turn and then closes it.
All right, I take it you won.
We did.
Nice.
Where's
I took care
Dummy?
of my fight.
Mine's laying over there in the pool.
There are just a few bubbles come out from where Manor is going.
Wub
You're
wub
still,
wub.
you're still.
It just says wub wub in bubbles.
Like just the bubble pops and goes.
I'm gonna take a pebble out of my bag, like not necessarily a huge one, just one that's like about the size of a normal rock. Just go, shut up, dunk, throw it at him.
Dummy's body didn't make it.
Oh dear. I'm sorry.
Well, wait, you said his body didn't make it.
He's a robot. I'm
I'm
assuming
assuming
it.
is
And
that
she
what you're
tapped
thinking in
on
your
the
head?
side
covered
of
his
her
hard
head.
drive.
She taps on the side of her head. He's
New
here.
hard drive.
How is? You know what?
Wow.
I'm no, not question.
I have a question for you. Who's gonna rescue us
What do you mean?
if Dummy's not here?
Oh.
And at that, you would see Maggie draws her double-barrel shotgun and her revolver, lifts them up and aims them in two different directions, and one eye goes one direction,
Oh God!
one eye goes the other direction to follow,
You're fucking chameleon.
What the
as
fuck?
Dummy takes over her right eye, and she takes over the left eye.
Oh my.
Oh, good.
And then returns back to normal. And holsters her weapon.
Ah, so that's
Fucking
what you meant.
Laser sights.
Okay, so you have 2 cores now?
2 cores? No, I'm pretty sure Maggie has like 8 cores at least.
What?
Just add another hard drive.
We are ready to take care of this king.
Well, we
He
gotta
is
get
the
through
last.
a door. So, hey, big guy, you with the 6 arms, come see if you can bust this door open.
It's made out of Kairoseki, isn't it?
See if you can lift it.
I mean, I'm not Devil Fruit user. It shouldn't shut me down.
Kind of why I pointed
Oh
you
no,
out.
I meant it's like really hard.
I mean,
Wait.
is it free? Is it attached to anything? Where is it attached to?
Well, come with me, I'll show you.
Carrying
Yeah, is the
Jimmy.
wall made out of Kairoseki?
Actually, now that I think about it,
Doubtful.
I know Jimmy's unconscious, but how if we squeeze him a little bit? Can we squirt some of his acid out of his ass on the door?
Ew. No. No.
Just gonna carry him over, look at the fucking thing. So what's up with this room, Bardic? Like this room that the king is in.
Okay, so you go and find the room. From the looks of it, so you know it's standard wall, and then there's like this one. There's a big set of doors, and there's a little door inside the big doors, and the little door seems to be solid Kairoseki. And trying to get a feel for it, there's almost like a small gap between the wall and whatever is in this room. Almost as if this room is like a box inside of another room. It is like a literal panic room that you can that was built inside of another room.
Hmm.
Oh.
With
So
enough force, you could probably just move the entire room.
okay, I have an idea.
Wait. So how did me shooting one of the giant iron balls at it earlier do nothing then?
Dude, do you know what you realize sea stone is a fucking magic metal, basically. It can't.
No, but he said with enough force you could move it. So how did I not move it when I hit it on
Move
contact?
it out, like it's in a slot, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like
so-
it can't go back, it can go forward.
It's built into the room.
Yeah, so what would have
And you
happened is the giant
deconstruct the room.
Yeah, the giant sphere, the giant ball, would have smashed into the wall. It would have cracked some of the wall around it, so you could see behind the wall is another metal wall, and you'd know okay, you probably can't move it. Well, you could probably move it that way, but there's another wall you'd have to push through. You could probably pull it out if you destroyed all the wall around it, and then you could just move this metal box around, essentially.
I have a
So,
plan.
I mean, blow it up and
We have a building
yeah.
which can transport things.
That's what I was
I like
thinking,
where
actually. We
where
could
this is
blow up
going.
the wall that's holding it in place, and then we just use the carbon.
How are we
to
gonna get it
slide
in here?
out. It's a
We need-
fluid.
Yeah, but we need to make a big enough opening to be able to get it in here and out with this room.
Well, that's easy.
I mean, we have plenty of time.
Maggie places her hands on her hips and looks around in just general massive amounts of disappointment.
At fucking Zor. I thought you were playing the smart character now, Zor.
We got tons of explosives.
He doesn't know Maggie is explosive goddess.
This is true. He doesn't know that.
This is actually very much in character. As well as just
This
Well,
is true, but also
there's no way we carry
yo,
this many military-grade explosives. That's unfathomable. And I was like, mm-hmm.
we just look at Maggie, just like, sure. we have the explosives.
I can
We
also
have
weaken the
power.
structural integrity of the wall.
Please don't do that. I
Yes.
need a controlled environment.
I could make it more controlled.
Please clear the area.
You heard her.
At this moment,
Alright.
there'll be the quiet whimpering that kind of comes through like a little PA system. Please don't stop. Leave. Be gone.
Please don't leave. Okay.
No, I'm saying please don't, comma, leave me. Go away. I am impenetrable in here. You will never stop me.
Question, can he hear us?
I am the king.
I'm sure. Well, he heard me. He can hear us. Bardic, this is just a standing overall thing for every single one of my characters. I have no respect for people like this.
How does a 29 do in combination with a massive amount of explosives?
Okay.
Because we have access to a massive amount of explosives, and if we don't, we can make more.
I can
Yep.
tell you what it does, and by I can tell you, I mean you can tell me. What do you want to do?
So, have you ever seen actual professional demolitions of buildings?
Yes,
Not
I
in
have.
person, but I have
Oh
some
no.
mini videos.
So Maggie is going to do a two-part demolition. First, so of course it's wired together with det cord, and first there's going to be an explosion that is a implosion of the structure where everything explodes and the structure falls in, then a secondary explosion that will blast all that rubble out and out of the way. So the entire structure there goes boom, and everything lands, like crushes down on top of the panic room. But right before it lands, there's a secondary explosion that just blasts all that rubble out of the way. So we're left with just a flat floor with the panic room just sitting right on top of it.
So yeah, 100% that happens. Afterward, you hear the king kind of doing this. It's a very weird, like, half laugh cry, like, look at you! You can't even damage my balls!
Wave's just gonna lean in. Wave's just gonna lean over to
Bring in
Merc
the
and be
liquid
like,
carbon.
Wave's gonna lean over to Merc and be like, did you know she had that many explosives?
Yes, I did. And that's not all she has.
I have an idea.
And you let her on your ship?
She's very good at what she does.
So, King, I can't help but notice that you have no trouble breathing. That means that there must be air coming from somewhere,
Wait a minute.
and all I have to do is find where that comes
I
from.
have an evil idea. I have a very evil idea.
It's possible that like there's plants that exist in this
The-
world that are similar to like the
Bardic,
oxleaf from
Bardic,
Boruto.
I must know.
Maybe.
Is it just the door that is made of the Karaseki?
No, the whole
I
fucking
assume
safe room.
the whole thing is.
Yeah.
It's a
so-
big gold cube of Kairoseki.
He said it was just a metal box with a Karaseki door.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's mostly focused on the door to mainly stop anyone who wants to try and like grab and interact.
I'm gonna
It is
go.
very
well,
thinly spread throughout the entire cube to make it like the perfect, like nothing
Damn.
can hurt me box.
Because that's what I just did. I just blasted everything, so now the cube is exposed.
damn.
yeah.
I had an evil idea and I can't do it.
So, in response to Iris going, that must be it, and the king goes, that's what you think. Wait. Hang on a second. There is no air.
Oh.
Look, Ollie, we should just give up. This isn't gonna end well for all of you. Go away now. Bye.
What a crappy panic room.
You built a panic room that
Doesn't have an
didn't
air
let
supply.
air in?
Well, we obviously can see the whole thing. We see it's completely sealed. There's not even tubes connecting to it.
At this, Iris is going to immediately phone Lorelai and say, "Hey, you know that whole ironic death thing? Just come down."
Oh yeah, Lorelai wanted him to die an ironic death, wasn't it?
So what if we should we just leave him in this room and let him suffocate? Anyway, we
Yeah.
can pull the air out of there more.
So the
Not
Captain.
directly.
Captain,
Maggie.
can we please commandeer the Kairoseki?
Yeah, I mean that was my plan to
And-
begin with. My plan was just to slowly take it all with us into our massive cube fortress.
Wait, how?
It's a fluid. We
Absorption?
can make it go
Absorption.
entirely around the thing and then bring it
Oh,
into us.
You mean like pick up the cube?
Yeah,
Yeah,
pick
like,
up the cube with the
Literally,
carbon.
literally absorb it.
Yeah, we could do it.
Like, have you ever seen magnetic slime or magnetic putty?
yeah.
With
Eat
what-
a
with a
fucking cube magnet?
Yeah, it's so freaking
Just
cool.
do that.
That's why I did what I did.
Yeah, it's to free it from the wall it was embedded into. Now it's just
Come
a free cube.
So after
I need.
If we want, can we make sure that door stays sealed?
Well, I don't
Easy.
think we can. I don't think that's up to us right now.
yeah,
It's up to him to let himself out.
after a few seconds, you just hear this coughing and spluttering, and the king starts to hyperventilate, going, well, go away, stop, I need to stop screaming. No, breathe calmly.
So yeah, Maggie
Oh,
goes
no.
in and plugs into the thing, or plugs the dummy half of her mind into the carbon fortress.
Yep, and with that, you
I'm-
can just... This entire
Wait,
time,
hold
the
on.
king's just like sitting there, like going, "What?"
I'm gonna just as this is going on, I'm just gonna lean up to the door real quick and be like, "By the way, you got no guards."
You have no guards. My secret elite forces will be here really soon. You should go away before they get you. Go
The
away.
elite force that we just took out.
No, the super elite force. Oh, I know. Oh wait. Does anyone want to like just go get me my Denden Mushi? I forgot it.
It's getting sad.
I mean, I didn't. I'm gonna call a warlord of the sea, and he's gonna get you. You know, Novichok will be here in a matter of days. I mean, minutes, seconds. Novichok can be here in seconds to get you. I'm
Let's look around and see if I see
Oh,
a
Novichok
Denden Mushi. I'm gonna
can.
look around and see if I see a Denden Mushi laying around.
yeah, there's a very obvious like royal Denden Mushi, and like I'm just going to get my royal Denden Mushi.
I'm just gonna pick it up and just like walk over to Merc and be like, here you go.
Yes, Novichok, come quickly. Some Marines are here. Yes, I will be there really soon, Your Majesty. I will get the Marines. Yeah, good. We'll get them. You should leave.
Iris, because I'm not
Did
a
you go
Marine.
yet?
So
I'm just gonna like ignore that.
also,
Like I
I
said-
guess Iris has to go up to the ship so that we can steer.
Keep in mind, you now have the
Need you.
said Denden Mushi he was referring to, Merc.
I kind of love the idea that everyone just kind of walked off. So he's just screaming and shouting to no one because he can't see anything. He can only hear because there's like an audio
Yeah.
system. So he doesn't know if people are there or not. He can only react and hear stuff. Like he doesn't have like cameras or anything set up. So like
So once Iris is plugged into the system, we just go and
What you gonna do with all this Kairoseki? It's already been fashioned. It's pretty much useless unless you want to use it as like a prison cell.
I mean,
I just stare at Iris.
if we encase it in something, I can shrink it down and carry it with us, and then
You
use it as a
want to
portable
use it
prison.
prison cell. Got it. Okay.
Put it
know,
inside
that-
something, I can use the portable prison.
you know that's something. I don't think Wave could shrink it down. I don't think you can use Devil Fruit powers on Kairoseki.
On Kairoseki itself, but if it's inside an object and you shrink the object with it in there, it would shrink down. But that's how I got the handcuffs in that bullet.
That's true. Like theoretically,
Ah.
yes.
So we would have to build like a box around the prison
Yes.
cell.
Yeah.
Kind of like how it was in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
That would make sense. It would probably take a lot of time and energy to do though. But yes,
Oh yeah, it
theoretically.
would take a lot more, but it's because it technically is shrinking the object, shrinking the thing as a whole, not just specifically the Kairoseki, and shrinking the whole thing as a whole shrinks it down.
But yes, so once we have him, we can just approach the door and say, Your Majesty, you know you are running out of air. It is up to you to save yourself.
Mm-mm. Well, what are my options here? I mean, if I come out,
Stay
right,
in there and die, or come out here and possibly live.
Mm.
We are not.
I mean, I'm being entirely honest. I don't like this guy at all. I have my reasons, so I mean, he dies in there. He dies in there. Oh well.
We are not necessarily interested in you, ultimately. You have committed crimes, and you will be punished for them.
I am king. I can't be punished. I'm king.
King
But
of this
our-
island, not necessarily of anything else, and thus we have a board.
Technically, because he. Oh wait, no, you're not connected with. Oh, never mind.
Our ultimate goal is someone greater than you. If you could aid us in this, perhaps some leniency could be granted.
Oh, I mean, I just had an idea. How does one formally go about joining the world government? I would like
Formally?
I would
I don't
like my
fucking know.
nation to join the world government, please. I would
Iris
like
laughs.
diplomatic immunity.
I got some bad news for you there.
Buddy, it's too late for that.
You don't have the funds.
You
And
don't
even
know that.
if you
You
did,
can't
You
see
have
my
nothing.
treasury.
You have nothing. We have
let me
everything.
put it to you like this: Novichok has better odds of joining the world government than you do.
Well, that's just mean. Look, I've got a kingdom. I have money. I'll even send people I'll send people to join Marines. I'll do all of it.
We took over your kingdom. You don't have any money because it's all in ours now. And you have no
It's
people.
the people's now. They worked for it.
Yes, I'm saying we, as in those of us that are in the cube, which includes the entirety of fucking Carbonopolis.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
And to be fair, it's because of you. There's been numerous crews hunted down and taken captive. Mine being one of them.
Oh yeah, there's that too.
Look, it's not my fault that. Yeah, no.
Look.
That is my fault.
All right. All right. Then here's your fucking choices: stay in there and die, come out here, help us, and be tried for your crimes as under an actual fucking judge trial.
Can I appoint the judge?
No.
Oh, that normally works, but I commit crimes.
How does that air taste?
Besides the judges and everything, it's gonna be a jury.
Hmm.
Judge,
Well-
jury, and executioner are gonna be different people.
There is no jury in the One Piece world. There's only a judge.
Yeah,
An executioner.
There is now. The jury is gonna be the entirety of this island.
I mean, technically,
Which
the judge is
most-
3 people.
That is true.
The judge is 3 people.
Yeah. Basketball
What?
on the right, basketball on the left, basketball in the middle.
I'm so lost.
One Piece is
Anyway.
You're judged by a basketball?
Anyway.
basketball. Okay. So I'm gonna try and describe this best I can. There's a 3-headed dude who is the judge of everything
Oh,
in the
good.
One Piece world. It is then revealed it's not a 3-headed dude. It's a it's 3 weirdly misshapen people, who kind of wear one jacket and kind of just stand next to each other. So there's one guy with like massive legs and a tiny torso, and 2 guys with like massive arms but tiny legs, and they kind of like hug around him and make the look of one massive person.
Why?
Because
Gross.
it's a silly joke. But yeah, that is a thing. Okay, so I believe at this point, yes, the king would start coughing a little bit.
You didn't design your panic room very well.
People
Yeah.
don't normally make me stay in it this long.
This is
Only-
atrociously bad.
Only been in there for like fucking 2 minutes.
I'm very scared.
You must be hyperventilating a lot, or you have something in those drawing oxygen away from you.
Just so that you know, if you lose consciousness in there, like we can't do anything about that. At that point, it's over.
Oh, I'm feeling very lightheaded all of a sudden. That's not good. Look,
I'd say you have probably 30 seconds to open the door.
it's not my fault, but my kingly power means I must consume more oxygen than anyone else. That's why I need more money and more everything. Because of my amazing
25.
kingliness.
I
Oh my
have
God.
some good news for you. You're not a king anymore, so you don't need any money or air. So you know what? You'll be fine. I think
20.
we should just leave him. He's not a king, so like, poor people don't need air, right?
This is
He'll
very...
be fine.
Wait, I was about to say that too, but I'm
15.
now a poor person. I need air. Poor people need air. Workers' rights. I support them. Open the door.
10.
We'll slap a button and the door opens. He goes, oh, thank God I'm not poor. Wait, I'm poor now, aren't I?
Yes.
This man needs to stop being nice to people.
I mean, you could
Should
just
have
do
always
that
done
anyway,
this.
but
You really should have done that to begin
Just
with.
for the sake of ease, Wave just kind of off to the side, just kind of quickly cracks his whip on him, stunning him in place.
I don't think he could escape from us, even if he really wanted to.
This
I
is
don't know
him
if
from
there are
going back
levels
in the
of
room.
exhaustion in this game, but he should be at about 5. If
This-
there
this-
are
this-
levels of
this-
exhaustion in
This
this game.
this was mainly just to keep him from going back in the room and trying to stay stashed in there.
yeah, okay.
I mean,
Fair enough. I didn't think of
there
that.
should be, technically, because, the caffeine, whenever that runs out, it says he gets exhausted.
Yes.
Anyway,
exhaustion
so
does
Maggie
exist.
kicks the door open, like grabs the door, like swings it all the way open.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
On the inside of the room, you see this room is filled with gold, filled with money, and like on top of that, you can kind of see everywhere the king has been is sprouting small pockets of pyrite, so like fool's gold, and it kind of looks like the more he panicked, the more he would like grab and grasp at things and create pyrite coming out of everything. So in his state of
Is there like
panic,
a wood fire?
He has like
in
the
there?
Midas fruit or something.
the pyrite fruit, basically, the pyrite. And unfortunately, basically what has happened is, in his panic, when he would grab things, he essentially would destroy the things of value, turning it into pyrite, making it worthless.
Would
Wow.
is there like a wood fire in there or something stupid?
What?
So the eating up his oxygen.
No, he was
Like
just
a fire.
he was just panicked. He could have stayed in there for like another day, but he was just that scared and panicked. He thought he was running out of air. He was fine, but
Oh,
Oh, he's just
he's just an idiot.
he's just an idiot.
he panicked. He thought he was running out of air. In this panic, he destroyed actual valuable things and replaced it with pyrite. Everything is like he's just destroying everything that could have been useful. He literally could have stayed in there for like another day, if not two.
Who
No
gave you
problems.
that devil fruit?
He is currently stunned, but he'll kind of like mutter out like, it's part of the pyrite lineage. We've all been members of the pyrite fruit wheel things. It's how we establish our dominance over everybody else.
With
Having-
worthless iron sulfide?
Oh, when you put it like that, it sounds silly.
How the hell does iron sulfide help you establish dominance? I mean, maybe if you were smart, you could convert it into
We're-
iron and sulfur.
Were the previous rulers of this place like competent or something? Because I don't get it.
No, you know what I think it is? I think everyone that they've come in contact to is very stupid, which we've seen quite a few of in this island, and they thought that their pyrite was gold, thus making them quote unquote rich, and thus they think
Oh.
they're powerful.
I mean,
Yep.
I mean, we didn't really get a chance to explore the castle, but if you had have done, well, we can say you do this in your own time. If you go and look through like the hall of kings and rulers and whatnot, you would see that periodically, they a long time ago, yes, they would have been like very capable, majestic, strong, reasonable, good leaders, and then over time they just got more greedy, more weedy, more silly. Is the
So,
easiest. way.
is that the pyrite there, Shogun?
That is.
So, yeah,
That's pyrite.
and
Oh yeah, like perfect cube of pyrite. I forgot you had that.
It's not perfect. It has a little knob on the top, another cube growing out of the top of it. But that is the coolest thing. Not that it looks like gold. The coolest thing about pyrite is that it grows naturally into cubes.
Yeah.
which is
It's-
why we have the cube here. It's why Carbonopolis is the cube.
Ah, that
It's
makes
almost
sense
like a planned
actually.
stuff. Why there's lots of cubes.
I'm gonna.
Almost. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, don't you try
I'm
and
gonna
fool
go
us.
in and I'm gonna take chunks of this off the wall and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna do some stuff with this. Don't bother me.
Careful.
To
If
give-
handled incorrectly, it can be explosive.
So, if someone
Mildly.
somewhere was to like read a brief history of the Pirate Kingdom, essentially what has happened is over the years, kings have like the kings got more and more isolationist because they were in perpetual fear that someone was going to get them. Someone's going to come for them because they've established wealth and power. They're vulnerable, and that has passed on generation after generation, leading up to this absolute moron, essentially, who is a paranoid mess. Probably killed his own father to get onto the throne. Just terrible people. And kind of deserves absolutely everything that happened to it.
Iris turns like, well, I'll let you Marines handle this one. With
Whoa.
this, my contract is up.
Is it? I thought your contract was up whenever we captured Novichok.
No. I was never interested in Novichok.
I don't even remember what I wrote, because that was like 10 sessions ago.
It was to capture Novichok. I do remember that.
No, it was to assist you in your efforts to capture Novichok, which I've done.
But see, Novichok's not here. You're not done assisting.
That's where you're wrong.
But do you have like a Novichok tracking device?
No.
We have him.
And the king would go,
Maggie.
I mean, I technically
Maggie.
have that.
Yeah. Maggie points at the king. We have him.
Fine.
And in
If you're-
case you forgot, even if he doesn't want to talk, I can make him.
So can I. I don't. Truth
We
seems
don't.
not
We
exactly
don't
hard
need
to
to.
synthesize.
We don't need to torture the poor man.
Well, not torture. I mean, I can literally make him.
We don't need his brain fried either.
It's fine. We'll figure it out.
That
But
being
if you're
said,
done, then I guess that's it then.
Yes. Speaking of which, just a final thing. I believe he's gonna ask some people in Carbonopolis if they found what he told them to look for.
Okay.
Did we discuss berry payment for all this?
Nope.
I've just don't worry. No need to pay me in berries.
So,
Real fast, can I get a few more of those bullets though before you leave?
Sure, we can talk details later. But
Those are useful.
okay, what were you gonna say, Bardic?
so, there are currently potentially 3 devil fruits that are currently about to be reanimated.
Yes.
I believe because I don't think it, like, I feel like you could maybe find one, because we still don't really know how devil fruit reincarnation works.
I'm pretty sure the rules are it has to be the same type of fruit. It's the nearest fruit of that type. So, like, if
Yeah.
a devil fruit is a banana, it goes to the nearest banana.
So, obviously,
So there's no bananas on this island,
Then it would go to the nearest. Yeah.
Alright.
which I think kind of makes sense, you know, because then, you know, when you get like really rare fruits, for example, you know, like rare fruits that we've seen being like the heavy mythical model Yamato no Orochi, it's like that's like a big extravagant like dragon fruit, isn't it? It's like, well, yeah, they're not commonplace, so that'll be all over.
Shoot off somewhere. Yeah.
So I think the fairest option would be to find one of these.
Oh, okay.
Now, Rin,
Which one?
you get to rely on your favorite thing in the world. You get to
Oh,
rely
luck?
on RNG. So,
All right.
Or I could look at it and tell you what it is.
Oh,
You can
well,
tell what it is.
But
I
we still have to
suppose.
determine which one is going to be the one that we find.
yeah. So,
Right.
do you
'Cause
want?
the thing is, if Bardic rolls what it is, you don't get to know what it is.
Right. Right.
Well,
Right.
we know
Unless Maggie looks at it, then you would know what it is.
So,
Try and...
oh, this is true because
Okay.
you wouldn't know by looking.
Okay.
At it. So,
Let's see, how does this work in time?
But I mean, our contract's done. We don't
But
have to help
the-
anymore.
But the idea is, if it's the phase fruit, Iris wants it. But if it's the Maramara or the metal fruit, you guys can have it.
okay. So, Rin, please roll me 1d6.
Okay.
Okay, now just give me a second so I can decide which.
Do you... Hey, Shogun, do you have Discern Devil Fruit or just Devil Fruit Research?
I have
Actually, wait, no. Discern devil fruit is for.
But I feel
something
like
else.
everyone knows what the Maramara no Mi is. I mean, I guess we could probably just describe what the fruit looks like and we can guess.
I mean, that's out of character knowledge, though.
No,
The
I
Maramara-
like
Maramara is fire,
There's
right?
actually technically
Right.
50% chance of succeeding.
right. But let me show you a picture of the Maramara fruit, and like if you see it, like you'll know what it is.
If I remember correctly, isn't it like bright orange and looks like fire?
Yeah, like it's really hard.
Okay, so, they gathered up all the fruit they could get their hands on, like every different type of fruit imaginable. Now, Maggie would be able to recognize this fruit right away. So Maggie,
Okay.
what does the iron fruit look like? Like, what kind of fruit is it? What does it look like? I mean, usually devil fruits, you can tell they're different because they've got like a swirl pattern on them, and they're usually like a different color and shape of usual fruit of that type. So what do you think the iron fruit would look like when it's just regular fruit?
I don't know, a date?
Like a little round angry motherfucker?
Yeah.
I would imagine it would kind of have like an orangish brown look, because iron.
It looks like rust. It looks like it's
Yeah.
rusted.
Yeah.
So yeah, in amongst like all these different fruits, like watermelons, bananas, apples, oranges, there's this one angry looking date that's orange. It's got like a jagged swirl pattern on it. And Maggie, you'd be able to go, that's mine.
Yeah, you just grab it.
All right, I take it you know which one this is.
Yes. It's
All
mine.
yours. He turns to the others. Scour the rest of the island.
They kind of give like a little salute, like, okay, I guess you really want fruit. You must be making a bomb-ass fruit salad, boy.
Dude, oh god, somebody mistake devil fruit for fruit salad. Like, then you have several
Yeah,
devil fruit in one bite.
I'm just hoping someone on this
I think
freaking
you
island
just
just ends
die.
up finding a devil fruit and just eating it.
Because
I mean,
you'd probably die instantaneously, wouldn't you? Because like
Yeah,
you
you like
you
explode
have
or
multiple
something?
devil fruits in one bite.
we still don't know what actually happens. We are going off of a rumor that is what
It-
happens.
Yeah, but like,
Here's another question.
I feel
What
like it's so
happens-
widespread that
Here's another question though. What happens if you cut a devil fruit in half and two people eat it?
whoever gets the first bite. That happened in a book. They did that. Ace, who's the actual leader of the Maramara, and his first mate, they were starving on an island. They split the fruit in half. Ace ate it a millisecond before the first mate did, so he got the power.
Yeah, because it's magic, so you can't like bullshit. You can't go 1, 2, 3. Because there's always going to be a fraction of a second. So it's literally whoever gets it the fraction
But-
of a second first.
They had that
What
same
if
thing in
what if it's
fucking
a
Toriko,
smoothie
though.
and they both drink it at the same time?
It would be the same. You're still
it-
consuming the fruit.
It is
Yeah,
that
but
very
it wouldn't
boring.
change anything.
It's magic, so you can't really cheat magic.
There will always be milliseconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
And if
Add a
not
second.
milliseconds, will be fucking nanos or whatever the fuck smaller
Yeah.
nanoseconds.
I don't know,
Nanos,
the-
micros.
Ichira Oda himself will descend from the heavens and
And point at one of you and say you did it first.
he will do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And whoever he lands on gets the power.
Let's see. A nanosecond is 1/1000th of a second.
Is
A
even that?
picosecond is 3 orders of magnitude shorter.
Okay, anyway.
Femtosecond is 1/quadrillionth of a second.
Jesus Christ! No one needs that. Like,
At-
that's
At this point, Maggie sits down on the ground. She just like sits down, hugging, kind of, sort of cradling her rifle.
Mhm.
Like the Marines are all sort of kind of packing up, getting ready to like move on. Like we're ready to go, and Maggie's not quite sure if she's leaving. Like she's not quite sure what she's doing next.
I like that.
Iris will go over, kind of plop down. You know, all things considered, I think we make a pretty good team. So, I had an idea that popped up in my head. You clearly have a thing, an affinity for taking care of devil fruit users, and I fancy myself a devil fruit hunter myself.
Oh, that's your body. Makes sense.
I'm not sure if we necessarily have the same end goal when it comes to devil fruits, but we can both agree that getting them out of the hands of the corrupt is ideal. So, if you're interested, we could become allies of sorts.
Yes.
Obviously, unlike the rest, you would absolutely not be under my commands. Would be 50-50, asshole.
She points at the Kairoseki safe room, the panic room. You take the fruit, the ones that people shouldn't have. You put them in there.
That makes
bury
sense.
it. You make a vault.
There are some pretty dangerous fruits running around.
Is it bad? I'm imagining we come across them somewhere down the line. Just looks in the vault and it's just lined with fruits.
That's why we have keys. And several locks and several ways to unlock the door that aren't keys in case of lockpicks. Turn the whole thing into a fucking puzzle box.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And Maggie is the queen of traps and death.
I really dig this.
Put it at the bottom of the ocean.
And if you ever get into the vault, the island explodes.
It just sinks. If you get into a vault, it just sinks itself to the bottom of the ocean. Like, fine, have the devil fruits. You can't fucking use them.
No, we have a volcano. It drops the thing into the volcano.
It would survive.
Depending on the devil fruit, they could survive that. It's
Yeah,
gotta
but
be.
like,
If it's the ocean, if it's the bottom of the ocean, they're screwed.
Okay,
Yes.
when can we start talking to Sea Kings? Because like, I'm a fish man. Can I like talk to a Sea King at some point and make
only
and like
one person can.
tempt them to become a guard for this vault?
Only one person can do that, technically. Well,
So far, we know 2 people. Although technically one can understand them. Don't know if he
one can
speak
hear them, but only one can talk to them.
And even then, we don't know how many people actually have the voices of all things.
Yeah, we have no idea. But apparently specific members of royalty do. For
Little do we know that Mercurius's middle name is D.
Alright, get
It's like-
out.
it wouldn't
like
be the
pirate.
first time.
anyway,
It's a fish
Yeah.
man, part of the D family.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
so I
giant-
think
Hmm?
I think Maggie will stay on this island.
Yeah.
To build the vault.
You know what? This island is a really good place because it's almost impossible to get to. There's only one way in and out. This is a really clever place to put a high security vault. You got volcano. You got. It's a very self-sufficient island.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I like that. That's a nice scene. You know what? Yeah, I think we can squeeze it in if we make it short. So, as all of this is going on, planning, discussing, Maggie is making plans to leave. We'll start next time with post arc, wind up, catch up, chit chat, cool down, all that jazz. But let's get a little teaser for it. And out in the middle of the ocean, a giant mechanical crab emitting giant puffs of smoke is just casually sauntering along. On said giant mechanical crab, on top of one of its 4 legs, is a small town, and from that small town, a factory is there. It is puffing out smoke. There are reams of people. Everyone is a little bit lost and a little bit confused, kind of scared. Chum and Data, could you please, either one of you or both of you, describe the scene that is occurring at the exact moment that the crew have finished up their jobs, their mission?
I think Chum is. Running, looks around a corner, and sees himself die.
Fuck. Has this shit been going on in y'all's secret channels or something?
Maybe.
Also, wait, what? He sees himself die?
I'm so lost and confused.
And he screams out and says, "No!" Reaches out and pulls. And as he does, he fades away. I think just too late for Data to get to him.
Right. I was gonna say, as this happens, it goes like, fucking. I have to go back through another one, and then soldiers would flood in because they're attacking, and Data would go like,
What?
he's panting,
What
he's
is gonna be
bleeding.
going on?
He's like, fuck it, Category 2, and he charges in.
And with that, we can wrap up the
We're
session.
gonna be in for a trip next. God,
Yeah, and I feel like next session is going to be a lot of Shogun and Rin explaining what the fuck they've been doing.
I think we just did. Chum's watching himself die and then disappears.
Yeah.
And Data's
It
like,
makes
again?
tons of
Ugh.
sense.
Last time I saw that they were rolling off in a fucking rowboat on the goddamn Grand Line!
It
Yeah,
makes complete sense.
Natural
To you?
progression. Natural
The
progression.
hilarious-
Yeah. Obvious.
What
Rowboat. Watch stuff die. Obvious progression.
It would also make sense that Data would have gotten like a lot stronger if he's just been like having the same run to try to save Chum and fighting guards forever for like the past week, non-stop.
Yeah, it's probably been about a week, hasn't it?
Yeah. So with that, we're gonna wrap it on up. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I have been and will continue to be the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. And thank you to my wonderful players. Nick, who have you been?
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm also known as Strider Winners everywhere on the internet. I played the Captain Mercurius Thorak, who did a lot of punching this episode. Like that's kind of what he does, though. He's either healing people, punching people, or degrading people.
Or just being fucking done.
Just so done with people's shit. Like this fucking king. Like, oh my god.
Also, my brain is terrible because I immediately, in my mind, when you said I'm either healing people or I'm punching them, did the whole I'm a healer, but instead of having a gun, it's just his fist. I'm a healer.
I can't crack my knuckles right now because it's not time. Yeah, there, sure. Just continuously doing that for hours because he has six
Yeah.
hands.
So that is you. Dakota.
Yeah.
Who have you been?
Didn't wave, didn't do much here, and then just taunt a king, which was fun.
That's the most important thing. We just got to make fun of it. Nibbling little piss ant.
He was.
For some
he
reason,
was.
Bardic likes making royalty.
It's almost like
It's almost
I have
like-
an inherent problem with the concept of people being born
Oh,
into
yeah.
positions of authority.
Oh yeah, did you have a problem whenever Prince Philip died?
Sorry, I'm still very emotional about the whole thing. You know, the royal family are so important that it deeply affects me on every possible emotional.
Anywho, yeah, you can find me White Wolf 462 pretty much anywhere.
Level.
Shogun, who have you been?
I was playing as Maggie, I believe, for maybe the last time.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe.
And yeah, you can find me on the Cryogun Twitch channel. We've been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac co-op,
That's a thing.
which is it is. They
I didn't know
implement-
that was a thing.
So it used to be like a half thing where you would just play as a floating little baby when you were a secondary player, and now you actually play as a full-on character. It is not easier.
I wouldn't
makes
expect it to be.
It makes it way harder if you have another player in there because it doubles the boss item rewards, but not anything else.
Oh.
So it's
Oh
way
my.
harder. But we're doing it anyway. It's really fun.
I've never beaten Binding of Isaac.
I have
Which
never played
part?
it.
Any one of them.
Like,
I've never beaten Mom in the original, and I've
you've
never
never
played.
beaten Mother?
No.
Wow.
Hmm?
Okay.
Look, I suck
Like-
at Binding of Isaac. I'm sorry.
Because like I've
When I-
got like I beat Mother, then I beat Mother's Heart, then I beat It Lives, then I've beaten Isaac, I've beat Mega Satan.
For
I didn't
someone
even know
who
any
has
of these
no
things existed.
concept of what you're on about, this sounds like a wild game. I beat up my
It is a
mother
wild
and-
game. I
I've
managed
beat-
to unlock
beat
the
Mum-
D6.
Bumbo.
Yeah, you beat Bumbo. Bumbo's good.
Bumbo's very good.
I managed to get the D6 for Isaac, which you have to play as Blue Baby. So Blue Baby cannot pick up Red Heart containers. He can never had Red Heart containers. He can only have Soul Hearts and Black Hearts. And go all the way to the chest and beat the Isaac Angel, which is really hard.
I should look into
It's
this
ridiculous.
game at some point. It sounds pretty interesting.
It's like a twin stick shooter.
Okay.
It's very interesting. It's
But
a
it
roguelike
also-
that's
It also
really good.
I say twin stick, but it bugs me because it's not omnidirectional shooting. It's only up, down, left, right.
There's an item that changes that.
Does that allow you to shoot diagonally?
There's a joystick item that lets you shoot diagonal.
Can you shoot in actual omnidirectional, or is it just octadirectional?
There's a different item that is omnidirectional.
Oh my god.
Okay, before we get too distracted,
And then there's the Ludovico technique, which is different.
before we get too distracted, let's wrap this on up. Rin, who are you?
Ren.
There we
Actually,
go.
I'm about to.
What?
I'm probably about to go live in like a little bit. We're probably gonna immediately go live playing this like right after.
Alright, so if I was to send this to go radial, would it count, or are you not live yet?
We're not live yet, but
Well,
like
can you press
gonna
go
be
live
live
on
in,
like a
like-
starting soon stream?
Yeah, if you did that, I could send this
Um,
on over to Raid. So go check out Cryogun. And
hang on, just one moment.
Buffering. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up the recording of this part. So we'll go and until next time, everybody, stay safe and happy adventures. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hey.